Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we got some updates that shows the virality of Eminem's bars aimed at Diddy that looks to be generational, as apart from the Gen Zers or Zoomers who finally got the bars on platforms like TikTok and X, we now see these same bars reach the boomer audience.
Wow, that is so powerful.
As we got TV journalist Nancy Grace out here quoting Eminem's lyrics from Fuel. It is quite hilarious, to be honest, and we'll expand on this in a bit. And speaking on Diddy, we have updates about his cell conditions, including updates from 50 Cent after reports hit that 50 is indeed in charge of a Diddy documentary set for Netflix. And we also got to hear from 50 Cent about Diddy's parties, and boy, following the indictment of the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, who had close ties with Diddy, 50 Cent included the mayor into the mix. Things are getting scary, that's for sure, as we even got to hear from Diddy's lawyer about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and we got Dr. Omar out here stealing theories from 50 Cent, word for word, bar for bar, and we'll expand on this in a bit, as this suggests Diddy should have saved this quote as his wallpaper. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and you'd see why in a bit. And before we get started, let's get the likes to 1,000, just like the baby oil found in Diddy's mansion. That's if you enjoy content like this, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And starting with the latest updates on Diddy's conditions right now, ABC reported this a few hours ago.
Tonight in New York City, Sean Diddy Combs is now sharing jail space with FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. Combs, who has pleaded not guilty to federal sex trafficking charges, is being held without bail at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He's been moved into the same unit with Fried, who was convicted of stealing billions from clients at his cryptocurrency exchange.
And starting with 50 Cent, following reports, 50 Cent said Diddy abuse allegations docu-series at Netflix, quote, "It is a complex narrative spanning decades." And 50 Cent shared it with the caption, "I've been telling y'all about this weird-ish. I don't do no puffy parties. You didn't believe me, but I bet you'll believe me now." And 50 was just getting started, as he followed that up with this meme of Diddy oil and added the caption, "Coming soon, LOL, laughing emoji." And while 50 was trolling Diddy, news hit the web that the mayor who awarded Diddy the keys to the city has been indicted on corruption charges, to which 50 reacted, "Eyes emoji, oh crap. What the F did you do, Eric? I never saw the active mayor of New York get indicted." And users wasted no time. He really gave the keys to New York to Diddy. He probably used them baby oil bottles, eyes and laughing emojis. And 50 Cent kept going, as he shared a snippet of a chat with the Enthusiast Report, where he also spoke about why he didn't attend Diddy's parties. He shared it with the caption, "Sometimes it is cool to be basic or normal, laughing emoji, LOL."
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
And 50's statement that the reason celebrities aren't saying anything is because they participated perhaps answers Sean Strickland's question to MGK. As if you've been following our reports, you know he's been on MGK's neck, urging him to speak about his parties with Diddy. And boy, 50 Cent found a clip of the New York mayor waffling about how Diddy is bad boy of entertainment and he is bad boy of politics.
The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics. Give your hand together to Sean P. Diddy Combs, our brother. Give it up for him. Show him some love.
And 50 couldn't help himself. He took to X, flushed face emoji. This ish is getting crazy out here. Do you want a docu-series on Eric Adams? Shrugs emoji. I want to know what the F is going on here. And it didn't take long for the memes to flow like baby oil. Eric Adams and Diddy seem a little too close, and them going down at the same time is wild. We all know what's up, eyes emoji. And seeing how 50's been busy lately, even with the Netflix docu-series announced, this went viral. The devil works hard, but 50 Cent works harder. And before we get to Dr. Omar thinking we don't know, he's pretty much using 50's talking points. TMZ caught up with Diddy's lawyer, and that infamous baby oil report quickly took center stage.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house he buys in bulk.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in the parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was, let's just say it's a lot, okay?
The lawyer is gonna have to come up with a better explanation soon, as no one is buying what he's trying to sell, as the baby oil report also took center stage during his interview with the New York Post.
I've been with him since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged, he's helpful, he's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
And some have jumped to conclusions. Out of all the lawyers in the world, including the high-profile celebrity ones in the music industry, this is who Diddy chooses as his lawyer. Shake my freaking head. Facepalm emoji. And it seems Dr. Omar finally watched a 50 Cent video where 50 revealed that part of the reasons why Diddy got exposed and raided is because of the lawsuit he settled with Diageo. And this was 50 from Invest Fest.
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular experience with Beam Suntory. It was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Suntory and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
And we got Dr. Omar spewing the same talking points just hours ago on the Art of Dialogue. Check out a snippet.
Diddy took issue with Diageo because they had described the De Leon tequila liquor, Puffy's brand. They described it to their customer base as if it was an inner city, urban, quote unquote, ghetto hip hop type of liquor. And Puffy took issue with that because he said, I'm a global icon. Don't limit my product just to black people. You're cutting my sales low, and I think you're doing it on purpose because you don't want De Leon tequila to outsell all your other European controlled brands. Puffy accused Diego of racial discrimination in advertising and marketing. Diego got upset with Puff, British-based company. They said, you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? Diego and Puff settled out of court in January 2024. Puffy's homes are rated in March. There's no way you're going to convince me that 1 + 1 does not equal 2. Watch this timeline. I bet you after they settled with Puff, they probably never even made it to the airplane. They picked up the phone and they called King Charles III. And they said, dear monarch, we need you to dial in a favor for us to President Joe Biden. Because this Sean Puffy Combs, this little out of New York City, he think he can go to war with the big boys and not pay the consequences.
And users have expanded on Dr. Omar's point 100%. Anyone who thinks logically can see this is exactly what happened. Doesn't mean Diddy is innocent of everything, but that lawsuit triggered it. And like they say, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Hypothetically speaking, if I ran Diageo and I settled a discrimination case with Diddy, only to find out he's committed dozens of crimes during freak-offs and, wait for it, dozens of crimes against, quote, his people at that, I'll be first to call King Charles to snitch before I get on that plane too. Like, man, you didn't know you lived in a glass house. In fact, they did the alleged victims a huge favor if they made that call, and some have concluded. Point is, he still committed those crimes against people just wanting to pursue dreams. He should have shelved it like that Slaughterhouse album, but instead he buzzed up too close to the sun. And the virality of Eminem's bars aimed at Diddy on Fuel keeps rising, as apart from Zoomers on TikTok and X who finally got the bars after 50+ business days, we got Boomers join the action around the same time. Check it out from TV journalist Nancy Grace. She looks blown away.
Has anybody heard of Eminem? For Pete's sake, one of the greatest rappers that has ever lived. He's a lyrical genius. I mean, if you listen to you may not like some of the words he uses, but the man is brilliant. Everybody on the panel, listen to this. These are lyrics from Eminem, and he is talking about, I'll just say, a friend, and he says, because they like where my homies out west stay. Yeah, what we can just say, what? I'm like a rapper, R-A-P-E-R. Got so many essays talking about friends. And then he says, Eminem says, wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, Diddy. I mean, is everybody blind? He's talking about friends, essays. He's talking about out west, Combs. And he says, I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, raper. Got so many essay, friends. And then Eminem has let me say backbone since I gave up cussing. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? He's clearly calling Combs a raper. And then he goes on to say, R.I.P., rest in peace, Biggie and Pac, both of y'all should be living. But I ain't trying to beef with him because he might put a hit on me like Keffy D, get him? And that's the only way you're going to be killing me. I mean, Eminem puts it out there.
And this sparked reactions like Nancy Grace quoting Eminem lyrics from Fuel is everything, laughing my bum off. And we got Boomers going off right now. His ability to manipulate words and acronyms is next level. I certainly wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of his insults. People can say what they want about Eminem and 50 Cent, but they have never sold kids or their souls for fame. Never expected to see this kind of generational crossover due to lyrics on Feel. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.
One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for.